Good evening, everyone, and welcome to ALTTP Randomizer Daily Raise. We have a Crosskeys for you tonight. It's been a while, folks. It's me, Wolfley. How's it going? I'm joined by Leighton. How's it going as well?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Doing very good. I haven't been on a daily race in, geez, it feels like it's been like several months now.
Yeah, I just got into these myself. I have seen your name around several times, but yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it. So welcome back.
Good to be back, honestly. So yeah, folks, for anyone who hasn't seen a Crosskeys seat before, basically all the entrances are shuffled around. So we're gonna have them come out of Link's house. That's the only static point, and then they can go into Hyrule Castle, and suddenly they're in Death Mountain, or some random kid Death Mountain. And if it's a connector, they can come out, and suddenly they're in Dark World, and would need the Moon Pro for that. That's the cross part of Cross World. And of course, we have Key Sandy as well. We'll need all to get all those little small keys there. We have our tracker lighting up for that. That's somewhere. And yeah, map's not going to give us information. The overworld map. Maps will reveal that information as well, visiting specific NPCs. And compasses don't really do too much. If you're newer, it's nice to have the item count, but usually trackers got you covered on that, so they're pretty useless. And then, of course, we still need the boss keys. And yes, also that is correct. Someone was correcting me here in chat. The back of the tavern is also not shoveled because that is the only entrance you enter from above, so therefore it can't be shoveled. And we get started.
Not the big key you'd like to see starting off, but could be useful.
Yeah, Big Key of Swamp Palace is one of the very few optional big keys that we need to find, because it does not lock the boss specifically. It only unlocks the big treasure chest in the dungeon.
Yeah, if you're gonna find it, it's good to find it early so you can knock out Swamp in one fell swoop.
Yeah, the swamp key you actually want to see is a small key, because there's one key that's in a chest, and it's right at the very start, and it's to open the front door. So you can't even enter Swamp Palace without that small key.
Yep. You got to have that one to get in, and you'd like to have the big as well because you don't want to be stuck an hour in and be like, oh, right, I didn't check the Swamp Big Chest and have to go back because that always feels bad.
So we have there on the Witch's Hut, we have one of the randomized entrances, and that is one of the lower value caves. I believe that is normally over in the Ice Rod region of the map.
That is correct. A little bit of a struggle for Wally getting the fake flipper on that spot. It can be a little tricky.
And the drop downs, those are shuffled amongst their own pool, so it looks like we might have Vanilla Magic Bat there for
Useless fairy.
this cave. Or the Useless Fairy. I don't remember which one. Yeah, the Vanilla one. I'm getting confused already.
It's late at night for some of us. It's totally okay. And we see both runners here have opted for some free early money with the Houlihan.
Pretty much a safe bet to always get that money, because you could guarantee buy the merchant item, and you never know where a shop's going to be, so it's always good to have a little bit of extra spending money.
And a key awaits on Hylia Island. Small key.
Yeah, unfortunately, we won't see what that is. And this is Spiral Cave, so there's an item at the end of this, but unfortunately, the enemies here all do 1 heart of damage, and Fear Agent trying to go through it, unfortunately, gets blocked a couple times and has to bail. But if we finally get a weapon in the hammer at Sanctuary, that is going to be a big find for both our runners.
Oh, yeah. That is a powerful early weapon.
Yeah, bit short range, but tempered sword level damage, and we have found Ganon's Tower.
Oh. Can't do a whole lot of exploring around here yet, but we can get a couple of checks.
There's the compass to Mystery Mire, and the map to Ganon's Tower, which is unfortunately one of the ones that does not give us information.
So, fun find, but the true value will have to come later.
And Ganon actually brings up something I actually forgot to mention here, is that the goal is slightly different from traditional randomizer runs. And normally you'd have to get all 7 crystals, beat up Agaton so that you can go fight Ganon. In this, it is fast Ganon settings, which means we can go straight to the Ganon himself and fight him wherever he may be, because he's in a random hole somewhere in this overworld.
Yep. The only Aga kills we will have to do is if to kill Ganon is if he is at Lumberjack or at his vanilla hole in the pyramid.
And he is here in Lost Woods tonight.
Excellent.
Now, an Aga kill may still be required if, say, the well is underneath there and one of the 4 items is up there. But
Right.
that's a lot of value.
Crab prize is just a 5er, nothing spectacular.
And the sick kid is living in Lost Woods, so that's good to know once we find a bottle.
No wonder he stays sick.
And that, I believe, is the upgrade fairy, actually, there that Walkux has found.
That is. It looks like he's going to pay a hundo and get 15 bombs. Nice value early on.
Yeah, and the extra bombs will come in handy as well.
For sure.
I didn't quite see what Fear Agent saw in the back of at Lumberjack.
That is a Moon Pearl, ladies and gentlemen. At Lumberjack.
Well, that's a free one because you have the hammer, so that's not that bad. But I don't know what's the cave is that's underneath the Lumberjack tree today.
Was that a Gina? I think it was. I saw somebody go in a Gina and they did not have bombs to bust into his closet.
Well, the drop downs are all the drop downs and their connectors are all connected to each other. So if your agent checked it, I missed it. And we're gonna get a scouting on this. It's 50 rupees.
Not necessarily worth after that early Houlihan. Just move on.
No, and I believe that was the Sanctuary?
Yes.
Okay, so Chad will probably fill me in on what was underneath the Lumberjack tree.
Oh, we just dug Samaria out of the brewery, and that was at the library. That's a nice early find as well.
Yeah, another good tool for that. Someone referring to it as the glitch stick. Technically not wrong, considering what we know about it now.
Yeah, the middle entrance of Paradox Cave is at the right side of the race game house. Unfortunately, we don't have a mirror, so we can't plot our way in there. So we'll have to come back later or find one of the other 2 entrances.
Maybe I should take it at Death Warp.
Looks like Wall Kicks is going to knock out Back of Escape real quick.
CJ helped, only giving us a little bit of money. And this is a fun enough play from Wall Kicks. This is 3 items. And it looks to be pretty good, actually. We get a little bit of ammunition, and we get our first sword.
Got a pokey stick for his efforts. And looks like Wall Kicks is going to get up to some bomb jump trickery here.
Yeah, this is technically not in logic because you need the hook shot, but Wall Kicks is just going to try to get some extra items early.
Certainly not a bad play, and if anybody can knock out these bomb jumps with relative ease, well, it's Wall Kicks. One down. I just have to be careful because, well, oh, never mind. I don't know why I thought there were mini Moldorms in here. My brain is shut down for the night. I was going to say he could get picked off in here, but no, he's fine. Does get powder out of it.
Yeah, magic powder's not a bad find. Also got half magic too, which is a great safety as well.
Absolutely. And he does have Samaria, and yeah, I think he's going to do Tile Room. Looking for that early advantage here. Well,
I mean, this is... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Now Fear's going to go ahead and get his Pokey Stick as well.
Yeah, of course, these two are not the only two runners of this race. We actually have about a good amount of people behind there, at least a dozen. I didn't quite count all of them.
Yep, surprisingly large turnout considering both the time of night and the ladders going simultaneously, but nice to see this turnout.
Yeah, it's a good breather, I think.
Another one of those mostly optional big keys for Wall Kicks' efforts, Skull Woods.
Yep, and I've just been told by our tracker, or Scupula, shout out to him by the way, hey, for keeping those items up to date for you down the lower side of your screen here, that it is actually 17 total in this race tonight, including our two runners on screen.
Wow.
And we're going to the Hyrule Castle here now. Fear Agent is actually, surprisingly, out of logic, and the reason for that is simply put, is key logic. And it's simply because the game assumes that any door you have access to, you will spend your keys on that door as soon as possible, and thus need to go find another key. So all this back here is technically locked by the Hyrule Castle small key, because you can take that first key from the guard and spend it on the door in Dark Cross.
Yep, and some similar implications come into play later in dungeons, like Thieves' Town. You need the small key there to put it fully in logic. Key sanity is strange like that.
Yeah, you have to keep a little bit in the back of your mind, but it's something you can bend, but you shouldn't try to break, because it could end up being a bad thing.
Oh, for sure. Been there, done that.
Get a couple of maps, so we have the information for Swamp and Ice Palace when we get to it. And that was a heart container that I don't think Fear should want to see, because that made his death ward take just a little bit longer.
But he'll appreciate the extra health once he wakes up from his little nap.
Glove found there, as well as the shovel. So we have access to Dark World proper now. Big key to Thieves' Town, that's a huge find. That unlocks the back half of the dungeon.
And it looks like Paradox's spit wall kicks out right next to Lake Hylia in the Dark World, so he's going to head to Pod area.
Yeah, we only have a couple of entrances. Yeah, so we only have a couple of Dark World entrances, or drop-down entrances left. Obviously, we found Quake there in the dark for Fear Agent. Good find there.
Could be a nice find.
So we haven't seen the well yet, unless that was underneath the Lumberjack tree and I've completely missed it. And we also still haven't found the Uncle drop-down.
Small key awaits in Spectacle Rock, and it is to Hera Basement. Ugh. Not one of my favorite keys to see.
Yeah, that's one of the ones you really don't want to see unless you have a fire source and just want to get it out of the way. Then again, realistically speaking, with Herapod being a viable thing, if you have the means to do it, you don't want to see any keys from Tower of Hera.
Right. I mean, it's nice to have the big so you don't have to skip it once you're up there, but the small ones never feels good.
And there's the drop down to Uncle. It's actually vanilla. So we actually haven't seen Magic Bat, and we haven't seen the Well then, which means they're guarded by Aga, I believe. Unless I'm forgetting another one.
No, I think that sounds right.
So Aga is guarding items in both the castle and the tower. We just don't know which one is guarding more items. Which I think Furion does have the information. I believe he did check, but I completely missed it.
We'll see if that affects any of their decision making. I think they're still kind of getting their feet here.
Yeah, you can basically break this down into like an extra phase or so of playing the randomizer. This is basically the information gathering part of it. And then you have the usual like item collection that you would see in normal randomizer, and then of course go mode.
Yep. And a lot of runners you won't see even do a map check until over an hour in, when they have sufficient information to start actually making decisions, as opposed to, well, just doing what you can do.
Yeah, and again, that goes back into what I was saying earlier when the overworld map not giving information unless you have the maps. Or talk to Sahasrara or the bomb vendor, which also gives you some information. And they can be in completely random locations in Crosskeys, so not exactly the most reliable way to get information there.
Oh yeah, I've had the bomb shop guy hang out at Mimic Cave. He can be tucked completely out of the way. You're better off just trying to get that information elsewhere. Fear picks up his Samaria.
Everyone in Cave having a small key to Dark Palace. That is one of 6 small keys. There's a lot for swamp for that dungeon, rather. I don't know why I started saying swamp there. It's late.
Yeah. Now you can full clear with 4 smalls, a big, a hammer, and a bow. But again, logical implications come into play there because certain things are locked by certain numbers of keys in there.
I'd rather have 5 to be safe, partly because I don't know how to hammer you up, and partly because I don't want to walk through the front door or walk around the front door every single time.
Yeah, totally understandable.
I finally learned the pixel I need to look at, but it's still something I'm not going to be inconsistent with.
Oh, Hammer Yump was dark magic to me for the longest time, and then one day it just suddenly clicked. You'll get it. Hookshot Cave with no hookshot. Not even boots to check the first chest. That feels bad.
Now, Hookshot Cave is still kind of important to note, because even though we can't get the items there, it is a connector as well.
Right.
And this is one of the few times, as we find the potion shop over near the desert, that a connector could be our way to enter the Mire region without needing the flute.
Yep, and with early Pearl, I think these runners will be a little bit more inclined to chase connectors that they find for that reason. Because, you know, you chase them early without the Moon Pearl, you come out as a bunny, you think, oh, heck, and you turn around. But they might just run headlong into any connectors they find, trying to find the mountain access or mire access or what have you.
Yeah, and I can appreciate the fact that Walkers didn't check the Hookshot Cave one, because I don't think he's found a shop yet, and it does require 2 bombs to open up that connector.
Well, he did take the upgrade fairy as well, because he's got 11 bombs.
That is true, but I think he's trying to be a little bit more conservative so he doesn't have to grind up bombs.
That's totally fair strategy.
He does have the show to grind, but that is complete RNG, and that's also just waiting to be a time loss.
Right.
His turn now to go through the escape. As Fury Agent comes out at the waterfall.
Whoops, can't swim yet.
Actually, I think he was in the... Was he in the waterwalk state? I'm not 100% sure.
Well, if he was, I figured he would have utilized it a little bit there, even if it's just to go scout Zora Ledge.
Or go to Hobo, even.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure if that works with entrance, though, to be honest, because I don't play this that often, to be honest. Oh, but we found one of our dungeons, Turtle Rock, the eye room specifically.
The welcoming committee. Looks like Fear's gonna poke around in the middle of TR. Can get the lava chest and chain chomp chest out of here. Plus, well, if he gets lucky with a key, maybe he can continue to the front.
It only goes so far, though. He'd have to get past the Pokey with just the... Oh, can he use... the Quake Medallion, which actually stuns the Hokoboku?
Oh, today I learned. Nice play.
Very nice. And that does give him 300 rubies, so Zora is potentially on the table for him in the future going forward.
Yep, especially if he finds that glove that Wallkick's found.
Ah, and there's that new feature that, well, it's not new anymore, but it was new when last time I commentated. When we have the C in the upper left corner, that means this is in fact a crystal.
Yeah, it's super handy addition to the randomizer.
Yeah, that's something else that's also a thing in Key Sandy is you can't rely on the music. I think this is Pendant Dungeon. No, this is Crystal Dungeon music playing, but it could be Pendant Dungeon music as well. You can't tell on the music if a dungeon's a pendant or crystal.
Right. Just $1 sitting in Checkerboard Cave. No thanks.
And we only have a fortune teller inside the hospital's house.
Wallkicks has found Desert, the front door, to be specific. Map chest has compass to swamp. Not exciting. I imagine he'll scout the torch here and then probably check left side. I don't... Another compass. Ooh. Not a whole lot to write home about here in Desert.
Yes, and I did just dive into the VOD real quick here. It turns out that Fear Agent did in fact find the Magic Bat Cave behind the Lumberjack tree, so there is one item guarded by Castle Tower.
Ugh.
And what's worse, that means the well is on the pyramid, so Ganon Tower's guarding 4 items.
Yeah, you want more items? Go kill one of the Agas. Pick your poison.
The worst part is that unlike with the normal Lumberjack ledge, you don't know what's up there. You can't scout it.
Nope, you commit, you make that charge, and you live with what you've done.
Now, Aghanim is off the table for the moment because we still need a lamp amp to put Aga 1 in logic. In addition, we also have to find the keys as well to go up Ganon's Tower and Aga Tower, respectively.
Looks like the bar has reopened on East Side DM. I don't imagine they're getting much business.
It's a Hikers Club. They'll figure it out.
The Spiral Cave trek results in another compass. Oh, nice connector.
Leads to a dark room, unfortunately.
Looks like that's the back of the old man's cave. Yep. Wallkicks has made the journey across to the other side of Desert Palace, which leads to the top of DM. Interesting.
Yeah, Top of Death Mountain allows you to access a lot of locations. And wow, the old man comes out in Dark Sanctuary. That's honestly not a bad spot.
No, I like that. You want something that's different enough from your Sank start and Link's house, but not something that's just middle of nowhere. That's Dark Chapel's a great spot for that.
And there's the archery minigame. A little too late. And it's also at one of the more uncommon locations, the Curiosity Shop here over in Dark Hyrule. Well, the only place you can buy the Fire Shield, actually.
Looks like Wallkicks has found the back of Old Man Rescue, and he should be emerging with the old man in tow shortly. Uh-oh.
He lost himself.
I think that was intentional.
Found a shield here at the dam, which is over at the Dark Lumberjack's house. And that is actually a very important find because the dam stays permanently drained so that we can get the item at the Light World site, and in Dark World, we can go, or at least if it wasn't entrance, we would, once we find the Swamp Palace, we can go through the first part without having to worry about the water level.
Yeah, once we find our flippers, of course. But yes, finding the dam is that's an excellent find in entrance rando.
Yeah, we don't know if we need to go into Swamp Palace to begin with, but we found the bomb vendor, and Swamp Palace is, in fact, one of the crystals we need to collect, as is Palace of Darkness. They are our red crystals tonight.
Interesting. Oh, watch out for those cabbages, Wally.
King's Doom here, I believe.
That'll stop the beeping, at least.
Good find.
And Meyer Shed on DM as well.
Only 20 bucks, and another 20 bucks. A little bit of chump change, but otherwise pretty good. And it might as well all be chump change. What is it? The Red Ruby's like 28 items in the pool?
Oh yeah, they're everywhere. Fear has decided to poke around Skull Woods. He's stole a key from the middle part, and he's going to go check the big key chest now.
And we found Tower Hera on Wallkick's side. He's going downstairs to check this item, which is only the compass. Or a compass, rather. And there you can see the compass functionality actually real quick on Fury side. You saw that 2 out of 8. That is the compass's function in Key Sanity.
Wally's not interested in chasing that Hera basement key just yet.
He doesn't have a fire source.
Oh, that's correct, yeah. I was about to say, that's surprising. He usually waits out those tile rooms. He's a pretty thorough player, but not having a fire source might prevent that.
And there you go. You can see once again the compass icons there for Fear Agent, that little set of numbers below his rupees. It's not a really useful function when you're at this skill level, but it's there. It's helpful for newer players.
Right.
I can appreciate it.
Yeah, and that key he just checked is always a small key in entrance rando, a small key to skull.
And hey, we got Master Sword found at the Spike Cave entrance. It was the chess game.
Very nice find.
And the other entrance on the left side of Dark Death Mountain is Thieves Town.
Wow. That's not fully in logic yet, but you can get 7 checks out of here. And possibly a crystal.
Yeah, it's only in logic once we find the small key. But there's the mirror!
Oh! Oh, that's an item that you love to see in Entrance Rando.
So yeah, common play when you're doing a partial dip of these guys, just check these front 4 and then leave. I would not be surprised if Wallkick does this, but if he finds the vanilla Thieves Town small key in here, then he might stay in full clear.
That mirror might bait him into leaving, but we'll see.
Meanwhile, Sahasrara found, and he's got a vanilla Eastern Palace green pendant today.
And a lot of money.
And the map to Hyrule Castle, which is unfortunately the other useless map in Key Sandy, does not give us any information.
Nuts.
And he's at the chess game.
And it looks like Wally says to heck with logic. I'm going to go get 3 more checks and see if I can get a crystal.
Seems like a plan. Oh, we found the hype cave.
Oh my. How hype is it? A lot of money. There's a sword.
And the big key to Tower Hera, which is logically required, but because we know Herapot, may not be. But then again, the Hosha could be in the big chest of Tower Hera for all we know. So Herapot would not be even an option.
Yeah, even if you do Herapot, if you got the big key, just drop down and check it. It does not take that long.
It really doesn't. No, it's like 2 seconds.
So that hype cave took a little bit to build up, but sword and a big key, it was reasonably hype.
Big key to desert, which is a required key, and we also found the flute over at the archery game. That's actually going to give Fear Agent a minor advantage over Wallkick's having the fast travel unlocked for the overworld. But he does not have the mirror, so he has to wait a little bit to turn it on.
Yeah, I think he'll take that weight. Fast travel early on in Crosskeys feels amazing. He's got plenty to do without it.
It's such a shame we don't have the Titans because we are so close to entering Mire and checking those entrances.
Yeah, we really are, which is kind of rare in Crosskeys.
Alright, Wallkick's about to enter Blind's fight. Pretty simple, little straightforward boss these days.
Yep. For those that don't know, this fight is on a script. If you do the same thing every time, the same thing will happen every time.
Yep, all it takes to stay on the script is to hit Blind as soon as possible. And that should be on script, so should be a pretty easy, no damage fight. Well, except for right there, but no big deal. Smoky to Dark Palace, and a lamp meanwhile found for Fear Agent. That is over at the Hype Cave entrance, and unfortunately Thieves Town is only a pendant, but still a dungeon down. And we could have a small key on pedestal for all we know that we need.
That's true. Plus, we got the mirror out of that, so it's not like it was a wasted trip.
No, absolutely not. Mirror is a godsend for routing these dungeons without having all the keys, because you can just mirror out and leave and come back later.
Yeah, he's got mirror and hammer. Looks like he's going to head right back up DM and cross and play around on the east side a little bit.
Yeah, take full advantage of your time here, because you might have trouble getting back. Makes perfect sense to me.
Says no thank you to the map on Spectacle Rock, oddly. I Imagine he'll just deduce that information in other ways later.
I mean, at this point, once he knows where Sahasrara is, and he can pretty much just bank on knowing which ones are the pendant based on what he's got left.
Right.
And he's got a fair bit of information already, so once he finds the red pendant, then he's pretty much knows the rest are all blue crystals.
It's like he's making the same TR journey that Fear did earlier, but he will have a slightly less miserable time of it with a Master Sword.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, the Hokobokus get really fast when you're down to the head, and unfortunately, caught him.
Yep. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, and they hurt, too. They do, like, 2 hearts of damage?
On Green Mail, I believe it's 3 or 4.
Ugh. Yeah, you don't want to mess with him, basically.
Nope.
Chain shots, I know, are like 6 or 8, even. They're almost up there. Yeah, I think it's 6 hearts, actually, for the chain shots. They're the second strongest enemy in the game.
At least it makes sense for them to hit that hard. They're actually pretty ferocious looking. I still need an explanation as to why the bomb slugs basically one-shot you in Misery Mire. Those things are mean.
I actually didn't know that, but then again, you can avoid that room entirely, so shrug.
Right.
Gam only has 20 rupees, and there's the front entrance to the desert. I believe this is Fear Agent's first visit.
Right. I mean, there are a couple of those bomb slugs on the way to the cutscene chest in Mire, but you can avoid them unless the RNG on the conveyor belt plus their movement is just really bad. If you do touch them, you'll be sorry.
Yeah, I believe the highest damage source in this game, though, is Ganon with his contact damage at a whopping 8 hearts.
Oh yeah, the 8
green.
hard hug, yeah. You don't want to do that. Chomps are not playing nice tonight.
Oh, Wallkick's bringing out some tech here. Got a bomb clip into the left side of the dungeon.
Nice.
Now, we knew that entrance was available, so he did not know where this came out, but at least now he can start checking the eastern area. So good routing knowledge, and actually just good routing in general here.
Yep, yep. It's the kind of things you see from such an experienced Crosskeys player. Fear stops in for a quick drink at that bar that just opened up on East DM. Calls an Uber and goes to the other side of DM. And he
You're
does
actually
have...
gonna be... Yeah.
What?
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, he does have the Hera Big, so we're probably just going to see him go up and do battle with Moldorm here.
Yeah, this will give him another dungeon prize, and we'll also give him a couple more items.
Oh, got a little too frisky with the hard hat beetles, takes a fall.
I think the ones that died stayed dead, so not too much of a time loss there.
Right.
And Walkers is going to use this one and only Pod Smokey to open the front door.
Well, there's no telling when we might see a bow, so you can get a couple of checks this way. And pod smalls are literally all over the place. He'll stumble into another one eventually.
There's about the Eastern Palace. Unfortunately, we know that information already.
Big is just bombs.
And now Fury's just going to go up and fight a Moldorm.
He's going to grab the small key. Oh, he already got the small key. He's just taking the connector. Oh,
Moldorm does not take another victim here, and down he goes. Smokey to Turtle Rock, and he is a crystal, so we had to defeat him. Oh, and Wallkicks found the entrance over here and now can enter this, which is Ice Red Cave. The good side, so we get an item. It's a Titan's Bits!
Oh, that is massive.
And Fury Agent now with the information about Swamp Palace and Palace of Darkness. Pyramid Fairy, Heart Piece, and a small key. This one goes to Castle Tower. One of two.
You like to see that first one because it gets you an extra check, but that second one will give you the jitters.
There's Aga Tower, speaking of which.
Oh, wow. Wally has no problem with dark rooms, so he's going to go ahead and check out this second check in Aga Tower.
Wouldn't it be funny if this is the second small key? Just vanilla.
That never happens. Come on now.
Yeah, you're right. It's arrows. Yeah, we do have items unlocked behind both Aghanims. As someone had mentioned already in chat, we have the Magic Bat locked behind Aga 1. Aga 2 is locking the well, though, because we've already seen every other entrance that we can possibly find. So we have items underneath both Aghanims, which may or may not be required. We don't know.
And Aga 2 is a big commitment to make, but those 5 items awaiting. Well, it's not even worth considering until you find a bow in the GT Big.
Not to mention a couple small keys put in logic.
Correct.
First look at Graveyard Ledge, which is the front entrance of Turtle Rock.
Interesting. No fire rod, so we can't get those 2 checks on the right, but could be something up front here.
Yeah, could be.
Watch it be a fire rod. Well, it was red.
Fear Agent's about to find Thieves down here and get his Tempered Sword, I believe. There it is.
Indeed.
And we'll finally be having the mirror shortly as soon as he goes down here to check this cave, which is Thieves Town as we know it. It's only appended, but the mirror is in there.
Yeah, so Wally's mirror advantage is going to be out the window shortly.
Yeah, Volk's only advantage right now is the fact that he has mitts, but Fear Agent could easily stumble upon those.
Now let's see if Fear just pushes through here or decides to wait for the Thieves Town Small to put it in full logic. He might just take that mirror and decide, you know, that's enough value for now, I can come back later, anytime.
Volk's now with the dam. So we'll have that available to us later. And I think this is when Volkix checks the Lumberjack tree to see how bad the Aga 2 is, or 1 is required. But no, he's actually not going to do it. I think he knows by process of elimination that Aga's guarding something of value.
Right. And no, Fear did not mirror out. He's just going to go get his pendant as well.
That's fair. He doesn't know what's back here. Could be some. And again, for all we know, pendants could be required.
That is true. Looks like Wallkicks realized his mistake, returned to the scene of the crime. Yep, this is Agina. Found this earlier, but did not have a bomb to get into the closet.
That's more money.
Just money everywhere.
And there's a check on Lumberjack Legend. Yeah, this is Magic Bat.
Fear snags that desert big out of the attic of thieves.
So what dungeons haven't we seen yet? We haven't seen Swamp, Ice, and Mire, I believe.
Correct.
And the back of Tower Hera. Or not Tower Hera, Desert. I'm getting them mixed up again.
Yeah. One of those darn Light World dungeons.
Oh, actually, now that I think about it, we haven't seen the back of Skullbits either.
Yeah, that gets shuffled into the mix as well. There's that Thieves Town Small.
Where was the big key to Skullwoods again?
Big key to Skull was... Oh, geez. Was it somewhere silly like Paradox Cave? I genuinely don't remember.
Our tracker has no idea either, but wherever it is was apparently early. Well, that's good enough for me. That does mean that the one item left in Thieves Town is available, which could be good to go back to. Could be just a time waste. Could be a last location, which may end up being required to check. We don't know. We're probably not going to know for at least another hour.
Yeah, I don't think either of these runners is going to get the itch to do that once they find that key.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it was in the. It was in the actually in the front side of Pod. I don't think I saw the first item that was picked up from wall kicks. Now that I think about it. And Pod is one of the only locations that Fury Agent hasn't been that wall kicks has.
Right. I don't think it was in Pod, but I don't want to swear to that.
Someone check the bot. It was in the GT power room. I forgot about that.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
So yeah, I don't think Fury Agent's gonna be getting that.
Looks like we're gonna get a look at the desert big chest here.
This is our first look at it too, so let's see what we got. And it's a small key to Turtle Rock.
Interesting.
I believe that is our second key on Fury Agent's side as well, so.
Yeah, those TR smalls always make you think when you have that Samaria in hand.
Fury Agent not gonna bother checking the chest there. I think with the two small keys though, he can go down the laser bridge, but it doesn't have. Oh no, he could. Yeah, he could go down the laser bridge actually. Now I think about it. Unless he used the key going up. I don't remember if he did or not.
I don't believe he did. Oh, there's the back of skull.
And there's another connector there with the Twins house in the Thieves Town entrance. Not gonna check it right now. Gonna check the surrounding area. Perfectly reasonable play. And there's wall kicks with the information about Eastern Palace.
Just gonna break into this old man's closet, take his life savings, his map. Just clean him out.
Oh yeah, we haven't found Eastern Palace yet either. Now that I think about it.
That's true. If you're using lamp strats to get to the back of skull. Nicely done.
The combat advantage is now going to be normalized with Fury Agent, or wall kicks rather, picking up the Tempered Sword here in Hype Cave. There it is.
Very nice moth on Fear's side.
Buffalo dropping a heart container. There's the other side of Bumper Cave. Can't really do anything there. And Skull Woods is another crystal. Now, here's the nice thing about wall kicks finding the flute right here. Is wall kicks will be able to go turn that on and then go immediately to check the Mire area and the upper ledge of desert.
Yeah, this is really nice timing. Really nice routing.
And also check this entrance here, which Fury Agent did not forget to check. It's only a fairy found though.
Looks like he's in the mood to dig, so...
If Fury Agent's going to what we nickname an entrance as a shopping mall, because there's 3 entrances over here, and apparently around the time that it was conceived, it was a bunch of shops. So we got today. Underneath the rock, we have... Oh. Case in point.
You were saying?
Ooh, Graveyard Lich, though.
Yeah, Wallkick says... Rescued the frog. Have we found the smith's house yet? We have to have, right?
I don't remember, actually. Smoking to Ganon's Tower, though, found for Fear Agent. 104.
Interesting logical implications there.
And Spike Cave as well. Which is not in logic because we do not have invincibility or enough health to tank our way through. So, can't do that yet.
No, it's a nice to know thing, though.
It is. It really is. So I think Volkix is banking on the Smiths being over in there, unless they're up here, actually. Yeah, it looks like they found the Smiths early. Yeah, there they are.
Yeah.
Not too far from home.
No, they finally made enough money to stop living on the outskirts and move into town proper. Good on them.
They rented Sahas for the side room. And Walks is going to go back and finish up Desert proper. Or, not Desert, Terra proper, sorry. And Furious is also now in Palace of Darkness. We'll see how long Furious stays in here.
He's going to go ahead and spend that key.
Yeah, it honestly makes a lot of sense to spend the key here because going around the long way takes a lot of time and we don't have a bow. So it'll take even longer to mimic a clip in, unless it's not allowed. I don't remember if it is or not, actually.
I believe it is, but yeah, it's very precise and takes some time.
So yeah, definitely saves the time there, so I can appreciate that. Map the Eastern Palace there, which unfortunately Fury Agent already knows that information.
And Moldorm is so scary that he broke the boss music.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. I don't quite know what's the trigger for that. It's weird.
It's just one of those rando quirks, kind of like Bob. Evens up the crystal count.
All kicks on the board. Fury Agent is going to do the Mimic Clip, though.
Oh my.
So he's nudging this red Mimic pixel by pixel on the wall, and eventually it's going to get stuck, and... well, you'll see. Oh, looks like he's going to mirror out and leave. Yeah, makes sense. He was trying to get a fast Mimic Clip, but did not get it. So what would have happened if he got that is the red Mimic would just suddenly start just sliding up the wall out of bounds, and then go off screen, which counts as him being defeated because he's not in the screen anymore. And thus the door opens.
Yeah, it's similar to the camera unlock glitch you see with potions, but much more technical.
Yeah, potion and trickery is actually by far easier. And that is the other side of Sahasrah's house. And Walker is going to take the purple chest on a trip.
Well, you're going on an adventure, you might as well pack a lunch.
Interesting that he's choosing to also flute over to set instead of walk there, because he could have checked the Cave South for Grove along the way, which is an entrance we have not seen yet, actually.
Right.
And gets rewarded with the map to Tower Hera, not that we know that.
Yeah, I wonder what Hera is. He'll probably just pick that portal right back up and head to K45. It works out about the same, but I guess he was just that eager to know what was in the box.
Oh, he's gonna actually check the connector. That's actually a good call there. Region found himself escaping into the Ice Palace area, and Walkus has found his way up to the floating island, which has a small key to Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, Yeah, we're getting enough small keys to make GT pretty interesting right now.
Yeah, that is Wallkick's first small key. He's the second known to us overall.
That is the old man rescue front. We've already rescued the old man, so Wallkick says, I don't need to do this again. There's back a desert at the top of Super Bunny.
Can't do it though. No fire source. And if there's any dungeon inside Turtle Rock's main entrance, we need bombos to enter.
Or if there's any entrance of interest in there, be it, Blind's Hut or something like that.
Yeah, we haven't seen in Blind Title yet, which is another source of 5 items. I haven't even seen Mini Boulder Cave now that I think about it either.
Yep, there's still some big ticket item caves hanging out there.
In the back of Pod, I think. Yeah, it looks like Furious found a second key, so it went straight to the back and found the Cane of Burna.
That's, well, that spike cave that he found earlier? Yep, can do it now. Nice jump, not many buffers.
I just realized something. Yeah, I was wondering why does he have the magic powder, and then I remembered, wait, that's hookshot lock because it's over in the Style Puzzle room with GT.
Right.
Alright, here's the Meyer check finally.
Not much going on in the dark maze of Pod, just money.
And of course, if we want to enter either entrance... Oh my goodness, there's the hookshot cave exit.
Oh, so this has been available for quite some time.
Ledge less so, but yeah, the majority of Meyer has been available. And there's a big key up here. It's the ice. We need that one. Well, actually, no, we don't, because we have Icebreaker, but details.
Yeah, Icebreaker or IPB. Well, we won't need IPBJ because we both got some Aria, so. But yeah.
And there's the other side of the Spectral Rock Cave. So Furious is about to ball jump over here. And that's just so logically the only way to get here was to mirror.
That's cute, see? That's real cute.
But Furious is going to get the Titans bits. And inside Desert Palace's main entrance, we find the Rat Resupply Room. Not a room you see too often in the main game. It's that little shed on the lower left side of Kakariko Village.
Fear picks up his mitts out of Ice Rod Cave.
We're going to see what Checkerboard Cave has within it.
Yeah, that restock room can definitely come in handy early on in a lot of game modes. But
yeah,
once you get deep into a seed, it's just another room.
Yeah, really I only do it if I get unlucky with my 50-50 bombs and I get one. I just duplicate the bomb by picking up the 4 singles in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Laser and there's Bridge. Yeah, there's Laser Bridge, which we also knew. There's Bombos.
Oh, money everywhere.
We also haven't seen Zora yet, I just realized. And Zora's been in Logic for a bit.
Oh, step on banana peel. There's the book.
And our third small key to Ganon's Tower, Wallkick's second.
Almost stepped on another banana peel there. Those mini Helmas can be deceptively tough.
Another big key here, and it's the key to Dark Palace, which is something we do need.
Interesting. Just 3 hundos going out all over the place.
Yeah, we're getting to the point of the sea where we're getting a lot of the information. Now we just got to start piecing together. And at this point, I think it's safe to say we start using some of those big keys in dungeon diving. But we still, of course, need some small keys. So it's really an option of what's available to us that we can dive and get a bunch of free items. Looks like Walkus is going to check the pyramid, though.
Not a bad play. There's also entrances atop there to check.
We cannot check those entrances, unfortunately.
Why not?
Well, we need the super run for 1.
Well, that one, yeah, but the mirror, we got the 3 up top.
Oh, the top of Hyrule Castle. Yeah, that's what you meant.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay, I thought you were explicitly talking about the pyramid. So, that's on me. Here comes the Thieves Town, reminding Walkus that he still has 1 item left. Just putting it fresh in his memory that he has to go back there at some point with a small key.
Yeah, I don't imagine he'll be getting that itch anytime soon.
No, but he should still keep it in mind when he's looking for 1 more item.
Yep. Pyramid item is going to be a small key.
Could be required, could not be required. Desert Palace, that's actually required.
Very nice.
Well, actually, that one's kind of one of those, it's logically required, but you can skip it kind of scenarios.
Yeah.
It's
If you're feeling nutty, you can steal from the back and do that, but don't do that.
No, that's another one of those key logic scenarios you were talking about, is that because you could steal the key from the back and use it to open up the 2 chests on the right side of the dungeon, the boss is considered locked behind the small key and the big key of Desert.
Right.
Mimic Cave here for wall kicks. The Magic Cape, another invincibility item, and ideally the better one.
Absolutely.
More magic intensive than the Cane of Burna, but it's also a lot more lag friendly. And there's the top of there's Easter Palace. Wow.
Yeah. I'm definitely team Magic Cape. I like my game to run at more than 5 frames per second, thanks.
Yeah, I still like using the cane for blind, to be honest, but, well.
Yeah. It has its uses.
Yeah, it has its uses, but against the Ganon fight, cape it every day.
Oh, yeah. He brings enough lag by himself with those bats of his.
So we can't full clear Eastern Palace, but it's still a great dungeon to explore because there's just a lot of free items here.
Yeah, it's here. You found it. It's 4 checks. You're still looking for an item to really break the seat open, like, I don't know, hook shot, or there's a lot of possibilities. So just do it.
Yeah, now if we find a vanilla bow in here, that would be ideal. But we don't even have the big key to finish the dungeon, so only can check the big key chest at this point.
Yep.
It's kind of the trickiest thing to remember when you're commentating these things, honestly, is you're used to commentating all the items and saying they're in Goma, but then you gotta remember that you're also looking for the keys.
Yep. Now that the sanity part of key sanity can be a real headache at times.
And confirm. Can confirm.
Not great RNG in the... Ooh! Pulled the fire rod out of the big key chest in Eastern, so that was definitely worth.
That was indeed definitely worth. That is Wallkick's fire source. He used it to light up torches for the logic there. He's overall in a pretty good position too. That is technically lamp locked, but we know the lamp's in logic because of Fear Agent.
Right. And should he choose to do so, now he can go right side GT basement and do some damage.
Wait, where was the lamp again? I forgot.
Man, don't start me lying.
I've actually legitimately forgotten, but he has it, so it's all that matters.
Yeah. Swamp Palace is at the Dark Witch Hut, while Kix cannot touch it yet.
Now, still needs the flippers, and we still need Swamp Smallgate, actually.
Yep. I mean, you can check that first chest without it, but ugh, that feels bad. Looks like he's gonna go pay a visit to his fish friends, though.
Only 50 rupees there. Doesn't really care, and moves on.
Says no thank you to Zora. Interesting.
I kind of like that option actually from Walt King, even though King Zora is available right now, doesn't currently have the flippers and wants to possibly only make one trip through the domain.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, here comes the most dangerous fake flipper in the game. If you don't do it correctly. Yeah, if you don't come through that portal with momentum going in the right direction, there's a good chance those zeros will pick you off and soft lock you.
Yeah, oh, that's right. It's been that long since I commented that they made that change. Forgot about that.
Yeah, I didn't find out about it until a couple of weeks ago myself.
And now we're at the Dark Shopping Mall. This is locations that Fear Agent has no check, but we found the Blind's hideout. And I just remembered, this is, I think, where Fear Agent found the lamp. Was the Light World shopping mall. Maybe. Or, no, he's definitely... I don't remember anymore.
Yeah, we're just digging ourselves a deeper hole with these lies we're telling.
Oh no, chat's got us covered. I just looked over there. Our lamp was in the Hype Cave entrance.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, chat, for that reminder.
Thanks, chat. We love you.
Alright, so one check was there, and we found that's a connector from Dark Mountain, but it doesn't do anything. And the House of Beds, which is where that overground house is in Kakariko, normally.
Moved to the Dark Shopping Mall and took all his beds with him.
What's it started in there? I don't think it's a good location for an inn, but he's trying. But he can go look over there. Right, it was Graveyard Legend was over here, not Waterfall Cave.
Yeah. Okay, 3 GT Smalls, Samaria, Fire Rod. He's probably starting to think right side GT.
Yeah, he logically has enough smalls to get through, although 4 is technically required, but if you know not to open that door between the 2 staircases, you're fine.
Yeah.
And this is something we didn't see Furiation check, is the Spike Cave.
Yeah, couldn't do it at the time.
And it's a big hit in Meyer, which we do need if Meyer is not the 3rd pendant. We don't
Good
have that
chance it's
information
not.
yet. I think we do have the map to Meyer, though. One of these two. I don't know which one has it.
Oh, come on, Wally, get out of there. There you go.
And this is good gain knowledge from Walkers. This cave, even though it is a connector that is really long and may not go anywhere, there are fairies in here, so he's going to pick him up to
Yep.
heal.
Yep. Beeping's probably driving him as crazy as it's driving me, so good on him for getting them. And now we chase the connector. It's pretty quick going this way, but if you're coming the other way, ooh, it's a walk.
Yeah. Well, you can check the edges on the other side of the mirror portal, at least.
Yeah,
Or
I think
not.
he already has. There's the expensive chest game at the entrance that he mirrored next to. I do remember that. It's like Fear is going to visit his fish friend as well, and may see him do Zora. I don't know. We'll see. Both of these runners got more money than they know what to do with.
Oh, Walking's getting hit, but then realizes he can go check these items.
Yeah.
And it's rewarded with a big key to Turtle Rock, which is something we do need.
Excellent. We are going to get a look at Zora Ledge and the scam of the day from Zora.
Okay, so Fear Agent only saw 3 bombs there, so not the biggest deal to not have Zora Flippers here.
This has been available for so long that it feels like there's something here.
Yeah, there's got to be something here. Either a key or one of our main items. I'm going to say, like, maybe hookshot or something.
Oh, hookshot.
It would be really funny, though, if it was vanilla fake flippers. Or vanilla flippers, rather. No, it's a big key, though.
Okay.
Oh, it's the Ganon Tower!
No.
So a bow, and we can logically ascend Ganon's tower. Oh, no, wait, we need the hookshot still. I almost forgot about that final little gap.
Yeah, we can ascend, but we can't get past Moldorm 2 without trickery. Looks like Wall Kicks tried to open the TR entrance, was just a little bit short on magic.
Good game knowledge here. I believe there is a small magic decanter in the left pot here, so he's going to fill up and go back.
And with half magic, that should be just enough.
And we're going to see the twins connector here. We'll see where it comes out. It'll be funny if it comes right out here at Turtle Rock. No, it's Meyer.
Wrong medallion entrance.
Oh, man, that would have been hilarious. There's not much this can be, though.
Yeah, I don't think so. Ice, mire. Not really any big ticket item caves left out there. Just stuff like bonk rocks and stuff like that. Oh, it's a library and there's a small key.
Oh boy,
Aye.
that's gonna be a thing to find. So boots may be required.
Yeah. Wallkicks is just hoping that's not the swamp small.
I mean, on the flip side, if it is the swamp small, then he knows uh, that the boots can't be in swamp, and you really want the boots for swamp.
Right.
But the only dungeons that can't be a small key for at this point is Desert and here, because we have all the other small keys that we can possibly find. Oh, and also Thieves Town. I almost forgot about that.
Yep. Everything else is on the table, including Castle Tower, unfortunately.
Yeah, both runners do have the small key that we found at the Pyramid Fairy Cave, which was actually near where Agate Tower ended up being. And I looked down and did not quite see there. Oh, it's Dark Star Hospital. Okay. I think this is our first look at what the mini Moldorm entrance is going to be.
And we have not seen many Moldorm proper either. Watch it be vanilla. Oh, no, this is where the back skull is. Okay.
Oh, then they have seen Infuriation. I just missed him entering the door. That's on me.
Yeah. Now, Wallkicks does have the fire rod, so he can do this the easy way, unlike Fear, who did it with Lamp.
So we are getting some raindrops from Fear Agent. So it's going to be a little bit of slideshow for now.
Yeah, it's been stuttering for a little bit. Nice full magic drop.
Alright. And here we go with the Mockula fight here for Wallkicks. You only need 4 good hits here with the Tempered Sword. Unfortunately, the spikes negate the damage, and there we go. Nice, clean moth fight, actually.
Yep. Nice moth fight from both runners here.
Second crystal match now for Wallkicks. Tied it up. Wallkicks is going to go back and check the one chest here. Do you have any arrows in there? I don't.
I don't think it was anything important.
Well, we'll find out again soon enough.
Nah, not important.
Yeah, no. It's Crosskeys. You're going to miss a lot of stuff, and it's also going to be just a lot of information that you have to remember.
Oh, yeah. It is a lot to keep track of, and shout outs to our trackers for doing just that for us.
There's also a nice thing about the key standing mode as well is that the A button area changes into a key bag, so you can see your keys.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That is the bad side of Ice Red Cave there at Swamp Palace, unfortunately. Walker's now going up to get to the lamp, it looks like. It makes sense that he would check this entrance even if he doesn't want the lamp because, well, he doesn't know where Meyer is.
Right.
In fact, I think that's the only entrance we don't know where it is that we care
seen
about.
Ice yet?
No, we haven't seen Ice yet either. Now that you mention it.
Okay, there we go. So most of Wallkick's shenanigans are back in logic.
So the only entrances we haven't seen yet are King's Tomb, the Bonk Rocks. So it could very well be that we are boots locked into going to one or both of those dungeons. It's a very strong possibility right now, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, because we know the medallion entrances aren't the answer, so pretty much the boots is all the entrances we have left that aren't. Well, I guess there's Pyramid Fairy too, but
Yeah, but Pyramid Fairy is not in logic. Not without having the
yeah,
Swamp
not for a
Spall.
while yet.
And yeah, taking also into account GT and Pyramid Fairy, there is a chance that both dungeons are in those locations, but either way, we would probably need more items and also possibly the boots as well. So
Yeah.
I think what is the play here, actually? We can go to GT and do the compass side.
I think that's what I do, but that's just too many checks to ignore, so I take that bait every time.
Yeah, but at the same time, I would rather wait to get the hook shot to go for the full clear. It looks like Walkers are going to opt to check the Bombos tablet.
Interesting.
There's also the fact that we have the Lambola is fully in logic right now, and that is another dungeon prize we can go for. Whether or not it's a crystal or a pendant, we don't know currently, but I think we do have the map for that dungeon.
Yeah.
And in fact, that is exactly what Fury H is doing. He's going to go fight the Lambolas right now. And Walker's going to GT, so let's see which one's correct.
They're both going to have value, just different types.
Fury H unfortunately missing the one cycle there. Good cleanup, though. And Fury H finds the big key to Eastern Palace, and it's a crystal.
So that gives him 5 checks instead of 4 when he decides to set foot in there. Still no bow, unfortunately, and it is still a green pendant, but Ped is still very much in play.
So we now know something as well. As we find 50 rupees, the armor upgrade. We haven't seen one of those yet. The Smoky Ice Palace, and the Flippers.
Oh, well, I told you they'd both have value.
You're technically not wrong. Wall kicks is still continuing on. Gonna go to the Ice Armos from this side.
Good call.
And we're gonna see Ether Tablet here from Fury Agent as well. So yeah, we know by proclamation now that Ice Palace and Misery Mire is our last pendant and crystal respectively. We just don't know which one is what.
Yeah.
So one of them could realistically be straight up in the GT entrance, and thus the pedestal is not accessible at all.
That remains to be seen. And Wallkicks does not have that GT big that Fear has, so he cannot check the big chest here.
Yeah, unfortunately skipping out on King Zora there.
Here's hoping that does not come back to bite him. Oh, there's the
The
swamp.
small key to swamp. So going this way was the answer because now Swamp Palace is, well, halfway in logic. We don't have the hookshot to put the back half of the dungeon in there, but we can get a good amount of items still. About half of them.
Yep.
And Furious is right on Wallkick's heels.
No particularly good weapons at Wallkick's disposal here, so he's just going for the old beam strats.
Yeah, this is another place where the Cannon Burner actually would come in handy. And we get a small key to turn a rock. That's a third. Small key to this dungeon, so there's the fourth.
Oh, classic.
Never gets old, that. Never gets old. So yeah, Wallkick's not wasting any time, gonna go straight to Swamp, I think.
Yeah. He probably feels like he needs to push that flipper find.
There's our map check. Ice Palace is the last crystal. We know that Myra, by extension, is the last pendant.
Only took us an hour and a half just to piece that part together. Oh, Crosskeys.
I think they've had the Meyer map for a good hour, too, so it's just the matter they didn't check the map until just now.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of runners wait till well after the hour mark to even check the map, because there's so much to do other than that.
And Wallcase is actually not going to Swamp House. He's going to go to the back of Skull Woods and check that entrance. And it's just one of the Bonk Rock Fairy Fountains.
Oh, we're getting a ped check.
Oh boy.
Get hype.
I think at this point you want to see a big key here. Oh, it's a Smokey to Pod! So that technically means pet is required, but with the being just one small key, we can avoid it.
These runners aren't going to touch that key.
So it's logically a ped seed, but we're not going to bother with that. But that does mean that we have to get every other small key if we want to finish the dungeon in a full clear.
Yeah, because we did open the front door on both sides.
And we have to also hammer Yump as well.
Bob is not playing nice with Fear. Just absolutely refused to leave his cage there for a moment. But Fear does pick up the Swamp Small.
Wallcase is finally heading over to check this, and it's unfortunately going to be getting the Ganstar Big Key, which we should now check. And there's the burner strats I was talking about. You can see they just get caught right up against the wall, and you can do a lot of damage to them. Half magic, you can probably finish this entire fight with the Cane of Burna.
Yep. And Wallkicks cannot be happy to see that GT big after just coming from there.
Now the question is, what's in the GT big chest? We're about to see an Fear Agent, hopefully. Gets through the Ice Arrows, had a little bit of trouble with the red one.
I think he checked it and we missed it. He probably went up and checked it and then came back down for the bomb jump across. But I'm not seeing anything interesting on his tracker side, so I assume it was nothing. But we
Yeah,
will
that's
get a
gonna be
look at that
yummy.
key that's been hanging out on Highley Island.
There's our last small key to Turtle Rock there on the Hylian Island as well. And Chad is informing us that it wasn't just a heart, it was a piece of heart, so...
Yeah.
Probably why I didn't notice it. Flipper's finally coming into play here on Wall Kick's end.
Yeah, giving his new web toes a workout, and Hobo rewards him with another small key to Skullwoods.
Fortunately, that's one of the small keys we can avoid, which puts more and more likelihood that we need the small key on... Actually, the only small key that we could possibly need at this point, based on all the keys we have, is a pod small key over on the library.
Yeah.
Because we only have one Ice Palace small key, but that's enough to get through the dungeon, logically.
Yep.
If you know what you're doing. We also have one Meyer small key, but one thing, it's a pendant dungeon, so we don't want to do it. And the other thing is, you don't really need the small keys if you know what you're doing at all in that dungeon. It's just for key logic.
Yeah, one helps with routing. Any beyond that is just ornaments. And no hook shot, so Wallkicks has to take the scenic route around the torch room in TR.
Alright, 2 more items here. Let's see what we got. Ten arrows and a heart container. So pretty healthy right now, actually, for Wall Kicks. Pretty safe health total.
Yep. 14 hearts on his side, 12 on Fear's side. Both got blue mail. Yeah, I think they're pretty safe. Looks like Wallkicks is headed for Swamp.
Yeah, it's the most item dense location currently left, and it could just have a vanilla hookshot for all we know.
Yeah. Can get 6 checks out of here, and he does have Samaria, so Diver Down is very much in play. Speeds it up a little bit.
So what are we missing in terms of items? We're missing the bow, the ice rod, and the hookshot. And hopefully not the boots.
Yeah.
We want them, but at the same time, we don't need them to be... We don't need them, per se. And in terms of big keys, I think we only need... Actually, no, we're good on big keys across the board.
Yeah, we're just looking for regular items now.
The only thing we're actually missing is one more small key, I think, to Pod for Fear Agents in order to go fight the boss. So the scene's wrapping up. It's just a matter of finding the remaining items. And that big key we started with so long ago only led to only having 10 arrows, which we don't even have a bow to fire them. Unfortunate.
That could change with this check right here, though. Not that one.
Only left side swamp available now.
Ew.
Well, it's not as bad since we have Diver Down. We can just get it. But then again, there's no point to Diver Down this one.
No.
It'd be better if we had the hookshot, because then we can do the Diver Down as part of the full clear route. But we can only go this way right now.
Yeah.
There's the fourth and final small key to Turtle Rock 4-3 agent.
Not much left for our runners to check in there, honestly.
There really isn't, no. In fact, I think the only thing left to check is Trinex himself.
Yep.
Alright. We gotta do one more loop here to check the left side here. Is there something important here in Swamp Palace, or is this a red herring until we get the hookshot?
Oh, I hope it's something to make this investment worth it.
There's not a lot it could be left, honestly, so it's gotta be something.
Even if it's boots, come on, give us something.
Oh, you know what, now that I'm thinking about it? Yeah! That's not what I was thinking, but then I just remembered, based on all the entries we have left, Ison or Meyer has to be underneath the boots checks, so, at this point.
Yep.
Because we know that logically Pyramid Fairy is locked behind all three pendants. So Pyramid Fairy, therefore, so one of the GT is completely out of having any dungeon whatsoever. And that means Pyramid Fairy is taking up one's dungeon, potentially. So where's the other one? It has to be under a boots location.
Yep.
Nice sideways stair climb there. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, Wallkick's having a little bit of a time in this room. Tried to sneak through the door without getting the key from the pot, and then that little stair mishap.
So, by proxy, we now know boosters are required. And they lock Ice Palace. And there they are! And the gold sword as well.
Oh, the most exotic of butters. So Swamp is loaded, you just have to commit to coming in here without a hookshot.
There's the other small key to Castle Tower. Both runners now, will, after finishing up Swamp Palace, will have both small keys. So the Magic Bat will be online for wall kicks, and Fear Agent can go check the left side of GT and get the Magic Powder as well. So the hookshot bottleneck is finally broken.
Yep.
And down goes Argus's shield. One more puff. There it goes.
What I think we're going to see here is a bow on left side, probably in rando room, leading these runners to climb.
Well, bows are regressive, so there could be another bow somewhere.
Yeah. I just have a bad feeling.
My instinct is telling me it's in Pendant Ice. Where Pendant Ice is, I don't know yet, but I have a feeling it's in there.
That's even more sadistic than me. Wow.
I mean, we have King of Samaria. And there's Ice Palace!
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is actually going to be a pretty quick check here. There's also a required Crystal Dungeon as well.
Yep.
Wait, I said Pendant Ice, didn't I?
You did.
Face Palm.
It's alright. It is approaching midnight here, so I don't think either of us is as sharp as we could be.
Oh, it's like 1 a.m. here nearly for me. This is well beyond what I should be talking.
Oof.
Alright, here we go, the icebreaker trick. Let's see what's behind this, and this should let him go all the way to the backside of the dungeon. Nice and clean.
Very nice. Yeah, that is definitely my favorite of the more recent discoveries.
Another Smoky to Dark Palace, so that will bail Fury Agent out and may have a straight shot to Palace of Darkness's boss, but we still need the bow for that. Fire Shield can be helpful, but at this stage, kind of useless, unfortunately.
Yep. Wall Kick's opting to do Iced Tea before the Freeze Ore chest and the big chest. Just bombs. Fear having a little bit of a hiccup with the diver down, but he gets it.
Yep, and gets his boots as well. And our first bottle, finally! Would it be funny if the sick kid had the bow, actually?
Oh no.
Nope, there it is, never mind.
Good call, good call.
Now, the sick kid can still have the silvers, but what if you don't really need that? And there is Fury Agent's second Castle Tower small key. I believe he did pick up the first one, because it was in the same area as Castle Tower, and he did check there.
Yes.
So both runners can climb each tower.
And here we go with Cold Stare, which can be a pretty intimidating fight with lesser equipment, but with everything Wall Kicks has in his arsenal, no.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty clean fight here.
Yeah, kind of missed getting Cold Stare into the corner, but cleaned it up nicely.
And you hear the map, the Misery Mire. Alright, so normally we'd have to find the big keys to put our proverbial ice rods, but no, we actually have a true ice rod hunt in Crosskeys.
Can't escape it.
A bit of a mismirror there. Gonna check the Bonk Rocks. We also still need a couple of pod keys logically, just to make sure that the ice rod's not in there.
Right.
And unfortunately, this is a random house in Kakariko. And the other two bunkers are actually behind Link's house in both the light and dark world, so we'll see if Walkick's posits to go that way, or it's just gonna go... I think this is going to Rando Room. Or not. Where's he going?
Hookshot.
Oh. Yeah, we haven't seen these items yet either.
No, this seems like too easy of a solution. I don't think this is going to be anything. Crosskeys is never that nice.
Smoking Hyrule Cats.
That's cute.
Well, we need to find that at some point. I guess. Alright, now is the GT call.
Yeah, there's a little bit less value in this for wall kicks now because of the sequence break he did earlier, but it's still quite a few checks to do over here.
Yeah, well, it's finding a single rupee in the chest. I think this is the first one we've seen all night, actually.
Yeah. Just had to suffer 2 third-degree burns to get it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not a unique item. It's only... There are 2 copies of it. There's also 2 blue peas in this as well. I looked away. What was in the fire snake room? Did you catch that late bit, or...? Alright, so we are in the dark here. Yeah, please be patient, folks. We're hopefully going to get things up and running. Alright. Let's see if we can get everything up and running here, folks. Alright. Version now with the crystal gonna be moving on. Don't know where he's heading just yet. Alright, folks, I've switched over to watching the main stream review, guys, so I'm going to be a little bit behind here. Hopefully we'll get things back to normal here. Second bottle there for wall kicks in the meantime. And the
mirror shield. It's like he said, straight for Helma.
Looks like it. Found the red boomerang somewhere. I noticed that in Wall Kicks' inventory when he was quick swapping.
Yeah.
Alright, Furious looks to be heading into GT now. We'll see what was on the Brando room. Looks like we at least have the red boomerang there, but we'll see what else.
Nice clean turtle room.
And Furious is now going to be getting his half magic and the magic powder.
And the all-important single arrow.
I'm searching happening right now for wall kicks here. This will be crystal number 6, actually, I believe. No, 5. He hasn't done Lamills yet. Never mind. And drop the map to Skullwoods. Thanks, game. A little late for that. Alright, so there's only 10 arrows here. Let's see what's in Rando Room.
That's where the red ring was.
And a heart piece, 3 bombs, and another heart piece. So yeah, nothing major there.
And now Wall Kicks is cleaning up the back of pod. Just found the map telling him it's a crystal. Gee, thanks. Almost Hellway remains locked out due to the key situation, but we are going to see a yump here.
Yeah, makes sense. There's 3 items over here, and this is... If there's going to be one place you isolate, it's going to be the Dark Maze, so... Checking it over here. Should be done, and... The chest has a small key to Misery Mire, which we did not need. Although, that's an interesting predicament, I think.
Could be.
Well, if there's a pod small key... Oh, but wait. One of them is to the... One of the small keys you can open up is the secret entrance, so... I'm confused on that one.
Yeah, I don't think most people have any idea as far as Mire key logic goes. We just get one and we do it.
Yeah, but that big chest is locked behind all 6 small keys.
Yeah.
And Mire is a pendant, which we need to get one of those small keys, so... A little confusing on that regard with the key logic. Suppose I shouldn't pay too much attention, because again, there is just one locked door that just leads to a rupee room in Mire.
Yeah.
And that's shop.
Nothing in Dark World. Let's try Light World. Oh, we already did Light World.
The Ice Palace Vanilla entrance, I don't remember what was there, but I know Fury came out of it, so there's nothing there.
Yeah, it's just a connector.
Alright, so we're tied up here.
There's Mire.
And there's Mire. I think Fury actually found this. But it didn't have the means to get in at the time. So, Ice Rod for Go Mode, it could be in here. In fact, it has to be in here. We've checked everywhere else, now that I think about it.
Unless we want to climb GT, which I don't.
I could also have to climb Eka Tower as well.
Ugh,
Ooh.
pick your poison.
I think for the lesser of the 3 evils in terms of pick your poisons, Pendant, Mire.
Yeah, probably.
It is the most item in this region out of all of them.
Yeah, and it doesn't take that much longer than Aga Tower. And regardless of the mode, we just cannot get away from Ice Rod Hunt.
No, we really can't. Walker still does have to do Desert Palace, but with it being somewhere pretty easy to get to, should not be that big an issue.
Right.
And actually has a fire source this time, and he knows where it is.
Completed his boomerang collection.
Another Smoky, this one to Ice Palace. We do know where Eastern Palace is. It's on the left side of the balcony, I believe. But it's a green pendant. We don't need that unless we need to get one of the small keys off a pod. Although, the green pendant could be our Ice Rod, now that you mention it.
That would be interesting. Cutscene chest is a bust. Oh, we're gonna get a look at Pyramid Fairy.
There's not much it can be. We've seen most of everything else.
Yeah, unless there's an item cave that we haven't seen yet, like, I don't know, Bonk Rocks or...
We haven't seen an item cave. Mini Moldrum hasn't been found yet.
Oh.
You just reminded me of that.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that too. So this could be a big play.
I mean, Mini Moldrum could be in GT for all we know. The entrance.
Yeah. Could be huge. Let's find out.
Let's see. Meanwhile, Walk is going to be heading over to Vitreous.
Just a mail upgrade.
It was an item cave, though. That was the Bonk Rocks.
That was Hammer Pegs.
Oh, Hervik. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Same sort of sound effect made there. Slightly. Because I fear he's just going to dive and check the big chest and the boss of Eastern Palace. 3 items here.
No bow, so no boss, but big.
No, he's a bow.
Here. Tracker, track bow, please.
Yeah, the bow was in... What was that again? I forgot.
Ice Palace.
Ice Palace, right. And he's been in there. He's already beat the boss, so yeah. That means I believe he also has the big key. Yeah, because the bow was in the big chest.
Yeah. Thank you, Tracker. Sorry for putting you on the spot.
Patriot's only having a heart piece that this was not the answer, and he's just going to save warp out.
Oh, mushroom in the big chest. Okay.
Wow.
And Wallkicks has resigned himself to his fate. He's going to climb GT.
There's a total of, like, what?
4 up
9
here,
items?
5 in the pyramid. Yeah, 9 items.
Yeah, so it's going to be good.
no problem with the Armos quick kill on Fierce side.
And there's a green pendant. No sign of the ice rod yet, though. Alright, so we're going to see the gauntlet now from wall kicks. Now we'll see that green pendant turn in. I believe it's the hospital that was in Dark Kakariko, I believe. The village of outcasts.
Oh, we're going to see the mushroom turn in first. Yeah, where was the hospital?
I think he's in Dark World. I know that much. I just don't remember where in Dark World. If this is what Entrance does to you, just forget stuff unless you have a map tracker, which hopefully our runners do have.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Yeah, this is the Witch Hut, and it is a small key.
To Skull.
I definitely didn't need that. Oh well. Yeah, we're running out of checks here that isn't Aghanim based. So, looking good for wall kicks, unless Fear Agent just miraculously stumbles against the ice rod on the green pendant turn in.
Yeah. Nope. Sahas relies on nothing.
Unfortunate that, but what can you do?
Roll another seed.
Can't do that, this is a race. I admire the idea, but this is a race. We can't re-roll the seed on the runners. Pod Big Key chest was checked and it was a smoking and misery mire. How that works in the logic, I still don't know, and I don't really care at this point. We have the silver arrows up here at the top of GT, though. And Fear Agent find the Big Key to mire, which he did need to go up at Viddy, but it's not required for the seed's progression.
The rematch with Moldorm was even more one-sided than the first contest.
We know Viddy does not have the Ice Rod, even though it's not lit up on Wallkick's tracker. He did defeat Vitreous, but save quit out and did not collect the prize. It was only a heart piece there. So we know it's not there. And Pet is the interesting one because it is a small key to Palace of Darkness.
Yeah.
Which again makes the Mire small key so confusing because Mire's a pendant. I'll never understand Mire key logic. It's a weird thing. Walk is trying to set up for a spin there, but it gets zapped from the wizard.
Nice recovery, though.
Yep, and we're gonna see what's in the well.
I think it kind of has to be Ice Rod at this point.
Well, if it's not here, then it's on Aga 1.
Ugh. Imagine killing the wrong wizard.
Odds are in favor this is the right one.
Yeah.
And there it is, the well. And we got a heart piece, 3 bombs. What else we got?
There it is.
Ice Rod. That is go mode for wall kicks.
208.27 go mode.
That is interesting in a nutshell. Even though Aghanim is not required to make Ganon vulnerable, he still ends up being required somehow.
Welcome to Crosskeys.
That just happens sometimes, and it's annoying, but it's common, and I hate it, but I also accept that when it happens, it's funny.
As long as it's not happening to me.
Pretty much.
So, barring some kind of technical issue, it looks like Wall Kicks is going to win between these two.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind what the gear he's got. Blue mail, 17 hearts. A fairy in the back pocket, at the very least. Half magic. Big butter sword. Yeah, he's armed to the teeth. He's not going to lose this. He still has to go to fight Lamb Moles at some point, but even if he does, we're going to go straight to Ganon. Ganon will just tell him, hey, you haven't finished your goal. Which is a convenience because I believe the back of Lamb Moles is in the Light World. I just don't remember where exactly.
I thought I knew, but now I'm questioning myself.
We're pushing the 2-hour mark in an entrance scene. I don't trust my memory at all. Yeah, this is gonna be, even without silvers, this is gonna be pretty easy Ganon fight. And it looks like the fastest way to get to the back of desert is to go through the front of desert. Through the one exit you don't normally take. Oh, that's right, the back of desert was on Darkness Mountain, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, with this I expect either a mirror save quit to Sank or a mirror warp to 3 once Volkix gets out of here. Either way is valid. It'll put him in Kakariko and he can just walk over to the Lost Woods.
Yeah, and that'll wrap this up.
We have a question chat actually. What happens if you light the torch in the freezing desert? Nothing. It's a red herring to get you to waste your magic. Oh yeah, that's where the big Kid Easter Palace was.
Right. So it actually worked out in his favor to not do this until now. Looks like we're going to see the mirror flute.
Yeah, it's just a little bit faster to not go through the save menus.
Yep.
It's a nice straight running path here. And it'll be time to fight the pig. Spirit is checking lower hair tile room. Oh.
Yikes. Yeah, He feels like he's got to make a play, and unfortunately this wasn't it.
And the paraphrasing of the vanilla dialogue there is our message. It was a third bottle, though, with Blue Potion, which is not bad, but not necessary at this stage.
No, definitely way overgeared. anything beyond this point is gross overkill.
Yeah, he even has a mirror shield, so yeah, he's fully equipped in terms of basic gear. Alright, phase 3 on Wall kicks in. Pretty straightforward fight here. It's just 6 slashes for each of these phases with the Butter Sword. And now we're going to see the Torch Glitch maybe. He's going to get a cheeky silver hit in. And place the torches here. This will be a double. And then we're going to hope Ganon plays nice. He goes into a good spot. There we go. Single. There we go. Get your GGs in chat for wall kicks.
That'll do it.
And wall kicks crosses the finish line with an official race time of 2 hours, 14 minutes, 55 seconds, giving him a nice solid 4th place finish here in this race.
Very nicely played.
And we are now joined by Wall Kicks, GGCU, and in a pretty good place on this race.
I mean, it's like, to only be down 2, almost 3 minutes is pretty bad, considering I could have climbed GT much earlier than I did, but shrug.
Yes, and I actually have not mentioned this on the main restream here. The winner of the race overall was CS Tudor with a time of 2:12:01, so only about 3 minutes behind. Really solid spread overall, though.
Yeah, I mean, Seed was dumb and crappy. That's all you have to say about it.
And unfortunately, Fear Asian has officially forfeited the race. That ice rod, though, that was the key there.
Yeah, and I mean, you have, left side in the climb. You have 90% of pod, all of Pendant Mire. Plus, there was a 5-item cave that was still out there. Like, the climb wasn't super enticing to me, honestly.
Yeah, Mini Boulder Cave, I think, is actually in GT, to be honest, based on what we've seen.
Let's see. The only entrances I didn't check was Pyramid Fairy, Mire entrance, which was Ether, and GT.
Yeah, and we saw Fear come out of Mire entrance at one point, and we saw him check Pyramid Fairy, so yeah, it's on there.
Yep, and it is just in GT.
And there was something else about the sea that was kind of iffy. It's just me being confused about the key logic with Desert, with the pedestal having a small key to pod, and then you finding a small key to Mire locked behind 6 pod small keys.
Mire key logic really only matters when it comes to Firelock side. So it basically just told me Firelock side was locked by Ped.
Okay. That helps a little bit.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Seed was overall, like, really gross. I got things in kind of bad orders. I found Thieves early, cleared Thieves, then found the Thieves small key. Did right side GT only to find the GT big shortly afterwards. Yeah, it's just a lot of things like that, which are just dumb. Plus, just general movement issues. Shrug.
Yeah, but a 2:14 is still a pretty respectable time.
Oh yeah. So I don't feel bad about how things played out. It just, I chose the decisions I made, and in the seed they were the wrong ones. Nothing much to be done about that.
So yeah, any final thoughts about the seed? I really don't have anything else I could think of to ask you, honestly.
No. I mean, thanks for the restream. Thanks to everyone for putting this together. Like I said, The scene itself just wasn't super interesting to me. So, it was fine to race, but sometimes you just make the wrong calls, and that happens. So,
Yeah,
put it behind you, and move on. I've been in my kind of hiatus, my rando hiatus, just because it's kind of off season at the moment. Really, only playing once or twice a week at most. So, we'll eventually pick it back up.
The ironic thing is, I just came out of my commentary hiatus, so that works too, I guess.
So yeah, thanks again for doing this, guys, and yeah, GG's.
Yeah, GG as well. And yeah, I agree. This was a very average Crosskeys style seed. The usual culprits with Aghanim still being required despite the fast Ganon goal and all that. Yeah, get your GG's in chat once again, folks, for wall kicks here. Put in an excellent race for us. Also give your GG's and follow over to Fear Agent as well as wall kicks. They put on a good race for us tonight here. Of course, make sure to follow Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6 so you don't miss any racing action, not just a link to the best randomizer. Also, follow my co-commentator, Late Bit here. Excellent working with you. I believe this is the first time, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, it is. I don't come too terribly often, but I got the itch tonight, so it was definitely fun to work with you. Good to see you back.
Good to be back. And of course, a big shout out once again to Scoopula, our tracker tonight, keeping those items up to date for you. But yeah, with that all being said and info, that's going to do it from us here. So from all of us here at A Link to Vast Randomizer, I have been Wolfling0370, and you can give me a follow if you want. We shall see you all next time, and thank you for watching. Have a good night, everyone.